France is grappling with a severe heat wave with nearly 1,000 additional deaths reported due to extreme temperatures. According to the health agency, the deaths occurred between June 24 and June 27, with officials stating that 85% of the victims were elderly. Most of the fatalities were reported at home as the country continues to face intense heat conditions. Joining me on the telecast is my colleague Brian Thomas. Brian, what we're seeing is, Brian, that France is continuing to face the severe impact of the severe heat wave. What exactly you're getting to know?
France has reported nearly 1,000 additional deaths linked to the ongoing extreme heat wave, highlighting the growing impact of soaring temperatures across Europe. Not only that, the country's public health agency also stated that the deaths occurred between 24th to 27 June. Not only that, officials stated that around 85% of those who died were elderly, with the majority of fatalities occurring at home, and underscoring the heightened vulnerabilities also of older residents during prolonged periods of extreme heat that France have been dealing. Not only that, Paris and the surrounding Ile-de-France region were among the hardest hit areas as temperature remained well above the seasonal averages. Not only that, as an additional information also, the heat wave has also gripped much of Europe, with 16 countries that includes Germany, Spain, Britain, Denmark, Italy, and Switzerland recording temperatures that have broken decade-old records also. Not only that, Ria, it's very important to note that authorities across the continent have also issued health advisories urging people to stay hydrated, avoid prolonged exposure to the sun, and even take extra precaution to protect the vulnerable groups. Yes.
All right, Brian, stay on with me. I have more updates coming in. Paris and its surrounding areas have been particularly hard hit by the heat wave in France. Meanwhile, temperatures in 16 countries, including Germany, Spain, Britain, Denmark, Italy and Switzerland, have reportedly broken decades-old records as well. Brian, how prepared are the authorities and Europe in itself to tackle with a situation like this? Because this is something that is unprecedented for them, for a lot of people, even for how their housing system is. It's not prepared for these kinds of heat waves. So how are they tackling?
This question is a major question that comes to the authorities' mind itself, because obviously, like you mentioned, this is unprecedented. Yes, authorities across the continent have issued health advisories. Since this is a decade, temperatures have broken decade-old records. So clearly, the authorities were not prepared for this. And you can actually understand the 1,000 additional deaths is alarming in all its possibilities. But clearly, authorities now across the continent, across all the 16 countries, have issued health advisories. They've urged public to stay hydrated, avoid prolonged exposure to the sun, stay indoors, and also take extra precautions to protect the vulnerable groups, especially the elderly, who have become the majority of the target with this heat wave that has been going on. Yes.
All right, Brian. Thank you so much for joining me on the telecast. Meanwhile, more news coming in.